In this video, I will be modeling some of your ideas and then adding them to Roblox to see the final result. So as you may or not know, I've been game developing for the past year basically, and I've been slowly learning on how to model and build. So I thought it would be fun to try and make a video like this where I model your ideas. We're in Blender now, the software a lot of 3D artists and builders use. So we're starting with a potted plant. The comment didn't specify on what it should look like, so I'll try to create something new for myself, I guess, and we'll see how that goes. Making the pot is pretty easy. A hole for dirt, and now it's done. And now the hardest part, the plant itself. I want to create leaves for the plant. The leaf model will be made out of cube, and with the help of sizing it, we can make it look like a leaf. Let's make cuts here and there for a nice extra detail. And with the help of a curve, we can easily bend it to look more like a leaf. Now I will need to place these around. Probably the hardest part for me in this model. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Need more leaves. That's better, but feels like something is missing in the middle. Now I feel like this model is done. Might not be the best looking plant, but that's just the beginning. The upcoming models will be cooler and more interesting. We got the plant in studio now because we're gonna need to color it. This green should work good for it. Don't forget the dirt part, even if you can barely see it. And after coloring the pot, the potted plant is done. What do you think about the potted plant? I feel like it turned out decent, could have been better though. Now you can forget the plant because we are getting something more interesting. The next idea is to model Tide Popper, which is a tool from Bee Swarm Simulator. Now here we have a reference, the original model, and I will try remake it with a bit of my own ideas too. I decided to start by making the main part of it, then we got a smaller part like this, and the wand itself right there. Now the base is pretty much done, let's add the other parts. We got the 3 circle things on the main part just like in the original version, and instead of having spheres I want white glowing crystals around, and instead of 4 I will have 8 of them because why not? After changing and improving some parts, I think the model is done. Back to the studio, it's time to color it. If you pay close attention to the original, basically entire thing kinda glows, so that's what I will do too. All of the parts will have neon on them, and now all I need is to get it the right colors for it to look good. The main colors are done. Let me just do some small changes. Now I think it looks a little better. Would you prefer my version or the original Tide Popper? Also, if this video does well, I will make more of them pretty soon, so suggest your ideas on what I should model next. And now it's time for the model you all waited for. The next idea is to model a pea shooter. And the one I choose is probably the most known one. This time I will need the image to model the entire thing because it's more complicated. I think it will be pretty interesting to see it in 3D because the pea shooters in Plants vs. Zombies are 2D arts and not 3D models. Let's start with the main part. And for that, I got a cylinder. The plan is to pretty much copy the form from the image and make it into a model. I should have done it this way from the start, instead of having many prepared lines, because extending is faster. And I think we are done with the main part. Right now might look a bit weird, but soon you'll see the plan with it. The next part to model is the holder thing, and I will use the same strategy to model it. The cylinders are super helpful in these cases, helps with anything. And I think we're done with the holder as well. Now let me quickly make the eyes. At first I wanted to do it same way as on the image, but it looks very weird, so instead I will put one eye on each side, and it did end up looking way better. Now it's time to make the leaves. I kinda have an idea on how to make them for the pea shooter. I will also try making a cut like this because there was something similar on the image. Now bending it, kind of similar to what the image has, and I think the leaf looks pretty decent, and the last part is even more leaves. For that, I decided to copy-paste the leaf I just made and place it around. I think turned out decent enough. Now let's make the base and holder look better. There's a magic tool called Decimate. It's one of my favorites. This is the best thing for low poly builders because it reduces triangles, and as you can see, the pea shooter is starting to look even better. Now I can also make the mouth like this. It's looking pretty good. The eyes on the image have a little white reflection, so I will do the same thing for the eyes. And the pea shooter model is done. It turned out better than I expected. Here's the original one on the image. Not bad, right? I got the pea shooter in studio and it's time to color it. I want to go with a nice looking green, and for the other parts I'll use the same green but a little darker, looking pretty good so far. Instead of black, I'll use dark green for both eyes and the mouth, just like the original image. Here it is, the complete version of pea shooter. I actually like it, only the leaves could have been done a little better, but overall it turned out better than I have expected. You should subscribe if you have been enjoying the video. What would you rate pea shooter from 1 to 10? And now it's time for the final model of the video. The idea I took is to model an egg from Pet Simulator. There are many eggs in the game, and I choose this one with a mushroom on a little island because it would be kind of boring if I choose just a basic egg, right? I will model the egg the same way I did with the pea shooter, so I got the image right here. When made half transparent, I can extend cylinder the way I need, starting with a leg of mushroom. After the mushroom's leg, I will continue with the hat, nothing too hard. The mushroom inside will be hollow and will have two colors just like the egg itself. Using the same strategy, I modeled the little island. And now when the entire thing is kind of done, we can once again use Decimate to make everything look nicer and low poly. This looks a lot nicer with Decimate applied, doesn't look as weird as it did earlier. And now I need to select all of these faces that will have different color, and after some time all faces were selected and I made it into a separate mesh. Now I will do similar thing but with the island because it needs purple grass. Just like this. It's almost done, only the white dots as missing right now. I got this flat Ico sphere which I can move around, and after adding some of these all around the mushrooms, I selected all and decimated all of them, and now this looks better. But we're not done just yet, because we also need to smooth shadow the models, kind of similar to how Pet Simulator does it. And now, I think I'm done with it. Looks somewhat similar. I'm guessing they painted texture for the grass part unlike me. And now we are in Roblox Studio to color this mushroom egg. I think this red looks good. Then we also need a color for the inside of mushroom and the leg. This one works pretty good. Purple grass, not too dark of course, and the dirt, which also shouldn't be made too dark. And lastly, make the dots brighter white, and I think we're done. The egg looks pretty decent in my opinion. Now I got all of the 4 models in the studio, fully modeled and colored. Let's move the egg near the other 3 models, just like this. I don't really expect the video to do well, but it was worth a try. Was pretty fun to see what I'm capable of right now. And even if this video fails, at some point in the future I will make similar videos for sure. Anyway, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it. You can watch one of these videos while waiting for a new one. They are good too. Join my Discord server, you can chat with me and other members. The link is in description, and I will see you soon.